touched on this, but it's part of the brilliance of Robert Kirkman's source material that you do realize that The Walking Dead is actually a reference to the people and not the zombies. But in terms of zombies, as a storytelling vehicle, why do you think we're infinitely fascinated with them?
Why do we dig zombies?
Yeah.
Shit. I mean, you know,
how many
look, I think that we dig, you know, again, not to be a total pretentious, like douchey film nerd, but like I think that, you know, zombie movies have always, the zombie apocalypse has always been a metaphor for, you know, whatever sort of cataclysmic apocalyptic thing is ailing us at the time, whether it's racial injustice or the nuclear holocaust or the environmental disaster, whatever that is. I think, you know, what's really kind of rad about it is that we're always just a couple steps away from one of these terrible catastrophes. I know that's like super dark, but it's really the case. And so I think that, you know, unlike other kind of monsters or sci-fi things, I think zombies are slow-moving, they're all-encompassing, and they're only really dangerous when you're in way too deep and they're all around you, just like sort of one of these big major kind of catastrophes would be. And so I think what it does is it kind of like pulls off the veneer of everyday life and says, you know, screw your phones and screw your, you know, the relationships and your jobs and your stresses, and like, what if it was just about survival? What if it was just about protecting the people you love? And I think that's an inherent thing that, you know, God, this is ridiculously pretentious, but like, I just think that, like, you know, as human beings, we all really wonder about that. I think the thing that I love hearing from fans of The Walking Dead is, you know, they say, like, wow, I really feel like in an apocalypse I would be more like you, or I would be more like...
Excuse me. I have a question.
That's normal.
I heard this crazy rumor that it was Daryl's baby.
You're such an asshole, dude. Where have you been? Where are you? Where are you, man?
I mean, Daryl's the one that's getting all the action, you know what I mean?
It's Daryl. They're doing a spin-off, the Daryl and Dale story.
Norman Reedus, everybody!
How do you get up there? See here? I'm gonna smoke a cigarette, Barnes.
So that was pretty cool. Norman Reedus!
We just double kissed. What's going on?
We do that in Canada.
Thanks for coming out.
Hey, yeah, no, we were doing the photo line.
Dude, is that my sweatshirt? This is my fucking sweatshirt.
I don't think so. That's Junior's
This is
sweatshirt.
my sweatshirt that's just like that. He stole it in Georgia. Stole it in Georgia. It looks good on him.
But check this out. Look at this. This is my favorite part. Larry fucking David.
Do you want to jump right in with this lovely...
Yeah, sure. I have to say,
Do you get a bit closer to them like that?
we both play very manly men.
Very many men.
And you showed an amazing range of emotions throughout, even for you until the bitter end, Jon. At the last minutes of life, but you were still showing how much you cared about everyone. And I wondered if from either one of you, you're too cute.
Manly man.
You're too cute. You notice I didn't mention Rick there. Did you draw on any personal experiences to help you with that, or?
With the end bit, with the
No, with being able to carry off the depth of character.
yeah, I mean, I think we all, you know, I think we all have to go from, you know, draw from personal experiences for sure, you know, and I you know, for me, some of the people I care about most in the world are my best friends that I've known my whole life, and I think that a big part of Shane is how much he loves this man and loves that family, and I think I think for Shane, he just needed to always come from that, never trying to be a villain, never trying to be a bad guy, but loving a friend and loving my friend's family is something I can tap into pretty easily. You know? Thank you.
I want to ask you, Norman, where do you feel like your character's head is at? Where's Daryl's head at the end of season 2?
Where's your head at?
Where's your head at?
You know, he and Rick actually, after all this is going down, have become pretty tight. He and Carl have become really tight. Melissa, Carol's character, real tight. I think you imagine growing up with a big brother like Merle, you're constantly like put down all the time and put in your place, and I think now that sort of world is gone for him, he's kind of being appreciated for the first time by other people, and I think it's making him want to fight, you know, and keep these people alive and, you know, be part of this group, and I think it's a big, am I echoing in here? It's crazy. Boom! That's awesome. Wow. That's so cool. I feel like I'm on drugs. Yeah, he's happy with this new group of people who, you know, I mean, his brother's coming back and he'll be pissed and it'll be weird, you know.
Return of Merle. He's coming back.
Yeah, that redneck brother of mine will be back soon.
How do you think Daryl's going to feel about that? Because, I mean, Daryl has changed a lot. Presumably, Merle has not changed. So is that setting up for a huge conflict?
Well, I mean, he always wants to be with his, you know, big brother. I think it's kind of like taking your drunk uncle to a Christmas party. Shut up, you know. So, I think he wants everyone just to get along, you know.
More from the floor.
Yes, over there. Superman.
Howdy. So I'm currently studying acting here in Toronto right now, and we've been learning a lot of acting technique and stuff, so like link ladder progression and stuff with physical tension and moment before and all that stuff. Do you guys use that stuff when you go into your acting? Like when you study up on your script and stuff?
I didn't hear a word of that, bro.
Acting technique, like link ladder progression and
I don't know anything about acting technique whatsoever. You know how I started being an actor? Is I got drunk at a party and started yelling at everyone. That's how I started. And I've been such an insecure dude my whole life that I've just been fucking staring and glaring at everybody my whole childhood, and somehow that's turned into an acting career.
Thank you.
Hi, so earlier Jon was told that he read the source material and he got to like the part where Shane dies and he's just like, holy guacamole! So he kind of knew his character arc beforehand. But Norman, your character's not in the graphic novel, so how was it for you not having any source material and not knowing anything about where your character could possibly be going?
Well, Frank thought the character up, and he and I actually never spoke about him. We never had a conversation about Daryl, and I don't know if he just liked what I was doing or he had plans to have me fall off a building. Like, I don't know. But you know, I kind of like it in the way that I'm kind of free to do. Wow, what is going Wow, that's fun. Sorry. Source material. Yeah, I like it. You know, I can sleep with whoever I want. I can, you know, so, I don't know. It's good and bad. You know.
Well, you're obviously dealt with and always deal with some very serious material on the show. What's the set of The Walking Dead like? Is it a fun place in order to counterbalance those incredibly serious scenes? Feel free to drum your answer.
It's fun. It's really fun. It's fun and like, you know, like I said before, everybody, we really dig it. I mean, everybody works really hard, you know, but we're running around the woods killing zombies, man. You know what I mean? It's very fun, and we care about it. So.
You both have had some extremely physically challenging and emotionally challenging scenes. Are there ones, is one harder than the other?
One hurts more, one is more of a bummer, and one just hurts more. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah, the cool thing about this show too is it's both at once a lot. You know, it's a lot of like really heavy physical stuff, but like you're really going through it too. You know, and on a lot of jobs it's sort of one or the other. You know.
For your role in the Pacific, you actually did Marine boot camp, right? So is this comparable to that?
It's so funny because I'm still friends with all those Marines that took us through it, and God bless them, and all those actors that were in the Pacific. The Walking Dead is so much more of a badass show, and I know I'll get you but the shit that we do on Walking Dead is like so much more badass. Yeah, than I mean, you can't even compare it because we just do it. I mean, the first time I met Norman, and I said it.
He beat the shit out of me.
We just had to fight, and like I just met him, and it was that, you know, it's that when he freaking threw the squirrels at Rick. Like that was how I met him. I was like, I'm gonna throw squirrels at him, and we're like, yeah. I was like, do you mind if I just grab you and we just kind of fight? And he's like, nah, dude, just grab me and let's just fight. I'm like, all right, cool. Yeah. I mean, there's no like stunt guys, you know. We don't really do that on this show.
Is it easier to beat the crap out of somebody when you don't really know them yet?
No, I lost that fight.
It's just cool to. Is she out loud that just got? It's just cool to work with people who are game, you know, and everyone there is.
I have liquid stitches in my forehead right now. Yeah.
Stitches in your forehead.
Oh, ooh. Yeah. That's why they don't stitch you, but they put liquid stitches.
He does. I can see it right now. Yeah, shit, dude. You sent me that picture the other day.
Yeah, of it open. You know, yeah.
A lot of season 2 was spent with the Sophia arc, and both your characters have very different perspectives on it. And I'm wondering if the writers let you know what was going to happen, or if you got the script at the end of the halfway point and were just very, very surprised.
Did you know that first part was about Sophia?
You asked if we knew about what was going to happen to Sophia?
Yeah, you both went through very different character, like, both different points of view on the thing as your characters. And I'm just wondering if you knew the outcome from the beginning, or it was a big surprise to you.
I knew a little ahead of time. Yeah. And I hated it because Madison, she and I are real good friends. I like her a lot, and it sucks, you know. It sucks. But I was bummed out for real. Yeah, she and I had all this weird stuff that we did, like how little kids will pick on other little kids if they like them. So I just sort of started doing that with her, like giving her dirty looks and rubbing my motorcycle in her face and stuff like that. And she would just stick her tongue out at me, like, you know. So we had this sort of weird child-like thing going on, which is funny. And very just ridiculous too at the same time. But yeah, I was bummed out. Did I answer that at all?
Can I give you a present?
Let's cheer her on as she comes up.
It's a squirrel button. You're awesome. Thank you.
So, Shane had a number of spicy scenes over this course of the season. And slightly sexy. I'm just wondering, is Daryl going to be seeing any sort of romantic...
And Shane and Daryl get it on too. I don't know. They don't tell me that because that would make me have a panic attack. I don't know. I don't know. I have no idea. I've been telling them if I do go there, I want to go real awkward, like premature, don't know what I'm doing, no game at all. You know what I mean? So it'll probably turn into a comedy if that happens.
On the floor, I think, right here. Yep, hello.
I just wanted to know, actually, for both of you, what was your favorite zombie kill?
I like the 2-act in the first season, 2 acts to the head, because the editors liked that one, so they gave me a little bonus of having the head fly off.
I don't know. Probably like that same thing when he was running out. My boss, or my old boss, Gail, and her daughter was coming and visit just for the day before she started college, and I got to smoke her in the head.
Hi. Huge fan. I was wondering, out of all of the zombies on the show, did any of them really scare you?
Nah. I mean, I just, I don't like zombies, and yeah, I just don't like them, I don't like when they come up to me and stuff. Like, I like the people that play them, they're badasses, but I don't really like zombies, So they don't scare me, they make me mad.